Hey guys, I'm ShadowRock, and I'm here with my good friends, That Gameplay and Saberman. So, Saberman, do you want to explain a little bit about yourself and what we're looking at here?
Yeah, okay, well, as ShadowRock said, I'm Saberman. That's the username that I've gone by throughout Rockman EXE Zone, several other forums, and mostly since I began this project that you see on the screen in 2009. It's been quite a while. But essentially, what we're looking at is from 2009 to 2012, I basically led a Mega Man Battle Network, a fan game project that's meant to basically pick up the story after Battle Network 6, but instead of immediately after, it's actually 25 years after, and you're playing as the protagonist, Hikari's son, Hikari, in our game. And unfortunately, I mean, for a few years we had a great run. We garnered actually a pretty decent support base, and like looking back, like it's surprising how big our fan base was. But unfortunately, we always had trouble in the programming department, and due to personnel issues, we had to cancel the project in 2012. But recently, the guys and I we decided that we don't want to let our work sit around. So we threw our stuff together, and this game or demo that ShadowRock has on screen right now is one of 3 things that we released within the past week to basically pay tribute or keep as a memento to the game or to the project. This is basically what we call a vision burst in reference to the vision burst from Battle Network 5. It's basically just a look into the sprites and level design that we did. Super minor, but it also introduces you to some of the characters, and you also get to meet some of the characters from the original series, 25 years older. And in addition to this, we have the original soundtrack, which Timaeus222 and I composed over the past 6 years. We released that as well. And the third thing is, I will speak about it at the end, but it's essentially a project called Rockman EXE Forever After. It's a Wikia/timeline project. I'll clarify this in a while. That doubles as basically a archive for information from this project and other stuff that I'll get to later. So, if you want to go on?
Alright, cool stuff. Alright, start a new game. You mind if I read this dialogue or...
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll just prelude real quick. Well, okay, Spyman EXE, he was the one who threw this demo together. Essentially, he was our lead spriter from 2011 to 2012, I think, if I remember correctly. And thanks to him, and since obviously he sprited much of the stuff within the demo, including most of the maps, he wanted to show it off because it looks great. And so this is, he served as a narrator in the demo, and he serves to show the player around. So yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and read this. Hi, it's Spyman EXE, the maker of this game. If you don't know what you were playing, well, let me tell you. There was once a Mega Man Battle Network fan project named Mega Man Battle Network Legacy. It took place 25 years after Mega Man Battle Network 6, with Lan's son Patch as the protagonist. Along with his new NetNavi, Mega Man WEXE, they would have their own adventure. Actually, would you mind explaining a little bit what WEXE means?
Oh yeah. Okay. So essentially, this is actually a pretty big part of the plot. But okay, so in the Mega Man Star Force 2 journals, it was revealed that Lan gave his son Patch his own NetNavi named Mega Man Jr. sometime in those 25 years, in those years following Battle Network 6. In the context of Legacy, we're assuming that he gave Patch his NetNavi 20 years after Battle Network 6, which is the same time that the epilogue in 6 took place. So, which means that Legacy takes place 5 years after that epilogue that was mentioned in Battle Network 6. So at this point, Patch has had his NetNavi, Mega Man Jr. EXE, for 5 years now. And for some context, Patch and his friends are, they're all high schoolers. So Patch is about 16 years old, and so he's had his Navi for about 5 years now. And well, this is actually kind of a long explanation as to why he's WEXE now. But basically, to make a long story short, Lan essentially gave Mega Man Jr. a combat upgrade, or more like a complete reworking of his code, called the W batch. And not only did it make him a more adept combat Navi, but it also gave him state-of-the-art technology to basically be able to traverse EM waves. You may recognize EM waves from Star Force, but the Legacy era, which is 25 years after 6, is and 175 years before Star Force, is where we think, or we believe, the waves started to become prominent within that universe. So go on.
All right, awesome. Sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's a really long explanation. It'll be on the wiki later.
All right. Legacy was to Bow Network as the X series was to the classic Mega Man series. We were to include several EXE-ified characters from the X games. I like me some Mega Man X. I eventually became a part of the team as a spriter. Unfortunately, on November 1st, 2012, the project was cancelled. We had a few personal issues, and we got too busy with our lives. At the time, my programming skills were inadequate, but now they're capable. But while the team is still closed, we do not intend on continuing the game. We have moved on. I made this game to show off our unused sprites. With my newfound programming skills, I wanted to showcase them. We wanted to release it in honor of the 6-year anniversary of the project. Quick shout out to your main team, to Mayus222, PreacherDudeRox, Silence, MegaRockEXE, MegaBoy08, and our project director, Saberman. That's you.
Yep, that guy does sound familiar.
Yep, definitely. Be sure to check out the complete Legacy soundtrack as well. You'll be exploring this vision burst to get a glimpse of what the game was to be. Now you will be able to walk around the custom maps we made as me. My name is Patch, and I am Lan's son. I was also the main character of the game. Yeah, and you will be Patch, but you can also jack in and control me, Mega Man WEXE. I added in people and Navis who were to appear, so try talking with them. Also, I could talk to objects to look out for them. One last thing, press A to hear my commentary, which changes with each map. I think it's time to begin, shall we? Amen to that.
Alright, so let's check out this room for a bit. As you can see...
I see Barrett from Mega Man Legends 3 right there.
Yes, canceled projects unite.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, anyway, so this is a pretty just standard redecorating of Lan's room. Lan is the kind of guy to move into his parents' old house, isn't he?
Right.
But yeah, so if you notice on his desk there, he has a pretty nifty action figure of a familiar face.
Thanks.
I was actually wondering what that was. I was like, it's kind of small, but I can see it now.
So, let's hold off on that for a bit.
Yeah.
So this is basically Lan's old room retooled. He has a pretty nice.
And is that supposed to be a Mega Man classic film?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Placemat. Just minor repaint since Lan was in this room a while back. But aside from that, it's pretty standard fare as far as the appearance. I'm not sure if you want to explore the AC/DC area first, or leave the house, or it's up to you.
We'll probably check in first while we're here, right?
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, check in, Mega Man, execute!
The cool crimson to gold animation. So this is what Patch's homepage was supposed to look like, except for one thing that I want to mention about this demo is a lot of the network areas were scaled down, as obviously we only wanted to show off the sprites. So obviously everything would be much bigger and more expansive to explore in the real game. Yeah, there's this prog, he tells you that is basically what I just said.
I like the new redesign, it's pretty nifty.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty. So as that prog mentioned, one of the biggest parts of our plot is something called the kernel R system, which was actually mentioned at the end of ShadowRockZX.
Right.
you can't pick that up. But
I want to know.
That will be on the wiki as well. But essentially, while the kernel iris system is properly working, there are no viruses to be found on the net. And because it is basically a defense system for the net, and
right,
it's free net.
So there won't be a random virus battle then.
In this, no.
Okay.
And I mean, obviously that was the canonical reasoning, but
right, they explain it at the end of Banner 6.
Yeah. Yeah, so that guy, that's where a chip dealer would be in the game.
Right.
Or that's what
it looks.
Yeah, actually, that was actually one of our oldest normal Navi designs. That's got to be like 2010.
Reminds me of another game or show. I can't put my finger on what it is, though.
Either. It does look familiar, though.
Yeah.
Now, I actually do have a question. This is like, it's not really that big of a deal, but I noticed that the font's really different.
Oh, well,
the
font in the bottom right, a lot of the text stuff is a placeholder.
Okay, so that's just it wasn't the actual thing, but
yeah.
Like, were you gonna use like
the actual one? We would have used basically what they've used in the past.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. I forgot to basically explain that, but anyway, ShadowRock has wandered into one of Patch's friends. Her name is Linux, and which is a pun on the Linux operating system. And,
nice.
Basically, she's actually the daughter of Sean from Battle 3, or Battle 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, okay.
And basically she does not have her own NetNavi, but basically she's a bit older than the rest of the group. She's 17, and she basically serves as since her dad works at Scilab, and Patch is not much of a, even though Patch's dad obviously works at Scilab too, he isn't much of a tech guy, but Linux is really into like the tech stuff. So when the friends are traveling, she can always chime in with like, she's pretty good at like analyzing what like types of data and stuff like that, and she's a huge help to you in the plot.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is her play. She likes penguins. That's actually Freezeman's emblem, I believe.
Oh, really? Oh yeah, that's right.
Freezeman is Sean's NetNavi. So I guess they just adopted that symbol as their family crest. So yeah.
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
All right, let's check out the next area. Damon HP.
Yeah, so Damon is actually it's actually Chod's son. That's Breakman EXE.
Hi, Breakman.
Yeah,
it's being about simulation.
You remember Breakman's actually he's actually a classic. I actually can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he was in classic. I'm not sure if he was a boss or what. But
yeah, he was in Mega Man 3 he was basically Proto Man, but in a disguise too.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's who Chod's son's Navi is based on. Oh yeah, you guys don't forget to basically press A for the Spy Man's commentary.
All right, let's check out he says here. Here's Damon's homepage. The grayscale design helps him focus. Yeah, I guess it would.
Yeah, like basically just saying what that is.
Go back to Linux's HP so we can see what it is.
Sure.
I forgot what Spine.
Let's see. Here's Linux's homepage.
Oh,
that's your favorite color.
I didn't put anything too expansive there.
All right. Oklahoma, that's the ACC Town's Net Square. And we got some more areas here. Vane HP.
Yeah, this is okay. So, in Patch's group of friends, there are a pair of twins, Vane and Claire. They're very, very, very important to the plot, and so are their NetNavis. In a nutshell, basically, the plot is more or less centered around the Makira family, because of the past stuff that they were involved in, and essentially, like what Legacy's plot is you're just watching it unfold through Patch's eyes. But it gets pretty intense and complicated. But to basically just make a long story short for now, Vayne and Claire Makira are two of Patty's best friends, and they both have. Claire operates Ollie EXE. Vayne operates Axel.
Right.
So this is Axel.
Series.
Yeah, right. So as you can see, he has a super brilliant red design. Like I think Spyman elaborates on that in his commentary.
Okay. Here's Vayne's homepage. The bold red design reflects his loud personality.
Yeah. So
It's like heavily music based in, I'm assuming.
Yeah, actually, me being a big music guy, I couldn't resist. Pretty much it really isn't mentioned throughout the plot much, but it's just a fun fact. Everybody in the group is musically inclined. So they're all known to play different instruments, but yeah, that's a fun fact.
I know it's pretty obvious at this point, but you might talk about Mega Man WEXE's design. He's like very Mega Man X like, right?
Right. So it is a darker blue, because it is but at the same time visually he's also a bit more complicated in design than Hub Mega Man EXE.
Right.
Because he is basically a state-of-the-art NetNavi, just like EXE was at his time, but this is 25 years later. So WXE is the pinnacle of basically what technology was during this time. So he is a darker blue. His armor is seems to be a lot more reinforced and covers more parts of his body than the original Mega Man. And as you said, he does look very X-like. He has those white gloves, so those silver appendages. Wait, are his gloves white? I cannot remember, dude. I think so. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
It was about grayish, silverish.
Grayish, yeah.
Judging from this sprite here.
And he has the head gem similar to X.
Right. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Honestly, I forgot who first designed the new Mega Man, but whoever did just did a killer job.
I remember you contacted me about this project back in 2009.
Yeah, to help out with plot related stuff.
Yeah, I helped with some writing based things. I think I pitched some ideas about stage gimmicks for some boss stages.
The mini games within each boss stage. I think the idea that you have for the first boss, the Immortal Circle one, I think we were planning to basically stick with that, but obviously we never got around to it. But we'll get to that when we get there. But yeah, but this is Claire's homepage. Claire Makira. She's basically, I would probably say, I mean, obviously she clearly probably saw this coming, but she is the new love interest for Patch.
Hell yeah.
And her design's very male-ish, but her personality is quite different from male. She's a lot more confident in herself as far as her battle abilities. Because, okay, so I'm hella dropping stuff from the wiki, or that's gonna be the wiki right now. But another part of the plot is essentially due to a whole bunch of complicated stuff that happened before. Once again, it'll be in the wiki. Basically, Vayne and Claire are actually orphaned from a young age, and they were adopted by the Chod family.
Oh, okay.
And at a very young age, they were 5 when they were orphaned, because their mom basically died super early on, almost after they were born, and their dad was a commander in the official Net Battling Corps, but he died in a war that will be covered within the plot, because like I said, every member of this family is important to the plot. But yeah, so they were raised by the Chod family, because I'm pretty sure Chod has a multitude of maids who can take care of them. So as they were his stepchildren, of course he was going to make sure that they were both adept at net battling. So So Claire and Vane are both very, very strong net values, right? I mean, you're going to meet them within this demo later on. So we'll move on for now.
Alright, let's see what Spyman has to say. Here's Claire's homepage. This card scheme is really pretty. And is that everything in this part of the net?
Yeah, because basically, since you want to basically link every net area to the real world area, we have the net areas jacking points within each place.
Okay, so let's take some time here and actually look at the menu you guys designed for this.
Yeah, so it's a brand new menu. Nothing actually works, but PR actually, instead of spriting it, he actually designed everything in Photoshop, so that's why everything looks all futuristic and sleek rather than sprites.
Right, looks pretty cool.
So here's some battle chips that we did, like that cannon, that one, those dagger things are.
Right.
Yeah, we'll go on from here.
There's an Abacus.
Yeah, it's very cyan.
I'm blue and cyan. Email. Key items.
Yeah, I feel like I've been
doesn't work.
I've been rambling a bit, so we should get moving.
Right. Thanks for watching part 1 of our look through Mega Man Battle Network Legacy's Vision Burst with project leader Saberman. Make sure to stay tuned to ShadowRockZX for the remaining parts as we explore more areas with insightful commentary from the developers. If you want to play this Vision Burst yourself, or you just want to learn more about Mega Man Battle Network Legacy, there will be links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and rock on.